she said, imagine judging someone for their situation and boom, you're in that situation. I fully agree. And that was one of the most shocking things about all of this. Once I realized that they knew who we were at birth and had been setting up obstacles and problems. I mean, how do we discover this? Well, we clear the energy and then all that stuff stops and it reverses on them. And now they're mad. Now they're mad that what they have put us through since birth is now happening to them. And it is. They're trying to put a band-aid on it and cover it up. However, I want to focus on other things. Simple enough, because I mean that's what they would have to. You'd have to go back to the very beginning. How many things have they set up since birth to harvest our energy, to be greedy, whatever? And that's why karma has been invoked. So divine justice has been called. Simple enough. Simple enough. I mean, that's why we have angels protecting us, because it's what it is. It's all been recorded in the Akashic records. However, story for the starseeds. Get your popcorn. Make a wish. And I mean, before we do Stranger Things, let me get your nose. Because that's the simplest way to leave these individuals in the past. With something simple as taking their nose. Is what it is. I mean, they've bent free will. And I mean, we can't deny it. Things, you just don't do one of these energy clearings and then things come into alignment. And then see things since birth start to fall apart. That's what it is. You're no longer a vibrational match to the illusion, and you've stepped into reality, the real world. So, with that being said, you said get your popcorn, Pisces. I can remember working in Valparaiso, Indiana. That's what it is. And you had these people that they were picky. They liked. Well, I mean, me. They liked me. And, knowing that they liked me, I'd always stop. Yeah, we were doing sales, whatever. So, you're training this guy, and they just didn't like him too much, I guess. Anyway, I used to go into Orville Redenbacher's, the fucking popcorn guy. We used to go into his property and just cruise through the offices and shit. It was good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, and yes, your V initial ladies that you were talking about New Jersey and New York being significant, and you had that. I just got a notification from that V. He said, this is the best news I've heard all day. So it is, and that's why I do that, because the notifications usually from the copycats or the people that are causing karma for others. But you ladies were saying that New Jersey and New York were very, very significant with that V initial. Okay, cool. So Vertino or whatever just popped in. Anyway, there's a state of emergency that's just been declared in New Jersey and New York. So once again, you girls were right on point. So whatever kind of voodoo, attaching cords, whatever they're doing. I mean, when these readers say every time they attack the Earth Angel, a natural disaster happens. Okay, well, obviously they're right, because they called out New Jersey and New York being significant with that V initial, and New Jersey and New York are under a state of emergency right now. So, once again, ladies, you were right on point. Anyway, yeah, back to the popcorn for Pisces. So, you send some guy in, and you're there all the time. They never have a problem with that. You're training a guy, but so you send him in, and who knows what happened. I was too busy being charismatic with other people. And he comes out, they called the police. Okay, great. So here we go. We're leaving the property, and the police come up. They're like, hey, they don't allow you guys on the property. I'm like, yeah, I'm here all the time. They probably don't allow him here, but I'm doing some training. Do you have any kids' toys? So you don't want to go back and tell all your buddies that you got called out to Orville Redenbacher's place without getting something for the kids. Anyway, that's my favorite popcorn story. we unload. Yeah, man, you need to come down to the station with all that shit. So you can help all of us out. Yeah, there's a positive in everything. There's a positive in everything. However, when we're talking about these timelines being severed because of these energy harvesters, and you girls are talking about they keep casting magic, and every time they do it, there's a natural, destiny swap not allowed. Exactly right. And she did. She just called out yesterday the initial V and said, whatever they were doing in the New York area, New York and New Jersey were significant. I just got a state of emergency notification. So she was right on point. She was right on point. And, they're still at it. They're still trying to do, and, you're talking about a gentleman who got on a Zoom call with me that couldn't even put a shirt on. whatever weird kind of spiritual stuff they're doing in New York, in New Jersey and New York are now under a state of emergency. So once again, you ladies were right on point. A nor'easter, whatever that is, whatever a nor'easter is. And when I see the got your nor, we got your nor, New York. It's what it is. It's an Easter egg. It's a hidden Easter egg in the game of life. That's what it is. I'm telling you, these people playing around with things that are forbidden, trying to destiny swap. God brings the storms. Okay, great. So we're seeing it. We're seeing it play out right before our eyes. You can't have a reader say that, tell you the location, tell you the initials, at least the initials that are involved. Have that shit be around the sun. The sun sit back and just kind of wait. Okay, so what am I? Got your nose. We got your nose once again. Looks like the sun kind of knows. That's what it is. I mean, that's the thing. I fully understand that trying to explain any of this to these people, they immediately gaslight you. They immediately write it off. They immediately abuse their power. Okay, great. Let them abuse a nor'easter slamming into New Jersey and New York right now. Let them call states of emergency and cause all kinds of people chaos, conflict, and calamity because what a tarot reader said first is now happening. Let them do all that. Let them do it. They can't believe it. Now they see it. She said it yesterday. It popped up in synchronicity today. Ta-da. She wins. New York and New Jersey are under a state of emergency. Whatever she said obviously has something to do with that. And there's just nothing new under the sun other than got your nose. Got your nose. We've got your nose and we're putting that in our pocket. That's what it is. And I mean, that would be everybody's nose since birth. Because I'm so sick of this witchcraft shit. Simple enough. A destiny swap since birth is what we're looking at. So that means this reversal of karma that all these girls are talking about, that's 46 years worth of karma going back on these people. God brings the storms. Okay. And she said it. She said, having an earth angel wake up, a star seed, a QHHT practitioner that fits the mold of the clients that I serve. Okay, cool. We can go along with that. We've had plenty of past lives. All that they want to keep all of these things secret, but yet they know who you are. Millionaires don't study astrology. Billionaires do. So if you've got people, if they're waiting for a son child to be born, someone they can harvest energy off of, you don't think they don't already know? And now you've got these readers talking about, they've been living off of our backs since we were children, looking for every way to cover that up now that we have woke up to the truth. Okay, great. Go cover up a state of emergency, a nor'easter. What did it say? I've never even heard of a nor'easter. Have you ever heard of a nor'easter? What is this? And before I go any further, got your nose. We got your nose. Simple enough. Simple enough. Yeah, 5.8 magnitude. Okay, so if I'm running those numbers, 5 is change, 0.8 is karma. A 5.8 aftershock hit Cebu, originating from the Bogo Bay. That's what it is. But where was the other one that I read? Anyway. Yeah. New Jersey and New York have declared a state of emergency in response to a powerful nor'easter impacting the Northeast. The storm is producing heavy rain, strong winds, and coastal flooding, causing travel disruptions and power outages across the region. State of emergency. Acting Governor Tahisha Way issued a statewide state of emergency on Saturday, October 11th, for all 21 counties. Simple enough. Simple enough. And then she was able to mirror the moment last night. So we're getting this state of emergency that was issued Saturday for all 21 counties. So yeah, and she didn't say that. She said that New Jersey and New York were of significance, and it was based on someone having a voodoo doll going up against a Pleiadian or an Earth Angel or whatever. Okay, great. So I have activated a Pleiadian Masters Diamond Light Merkaba. Okay, so she was on point with that. What is talking about, people harvesting energy off of us since we were children. Okay, great. And God brings the storms. What do you know? Tarot Reader? You were right on point. So touch not my anointed, do no harm to my prophets. And what do? They just keep it up. Anyway, simple enough. No, we're just going to let that go. We're going to let that go with their Band-Aid cover-up techniques. We'll just let that go. Continue focusing on our path and mirroring the moment of energy with cards that never lie. While you now have the world-renowned or reclaimed psychologist or fucking whatever he is, whatever his title is on YouTube talking about how tarot cards are always accurate. Okay, great. So then how come when you go and talk to these people, they want to say you're great? They don't believe in your abilities. Oh, no, I've never heard of that, so it doesn't exist. I've heard of cloxapam. I've heard of blah, blah, blah. It's got all these nifty side effects here. Let me just write you out some of this. Maybe this will help your abilities, little man. Yeah, maybe a good nor'easter up your ass in New York is what you need, Doc. Simple enough. You're not going to have these beautiful gifts. Identify that shit. The people that are responsible for it, with it being man-made energy manipulation. Okay, great. Congratulations. Once again, the tarot reader wins. Yay. But what about the people in New Jersey and New York? They're a state of emergency. What about them? Didn't we tell them last year that this is the shit that was going to be happening? Yeah, cool. Then they had plenty of warning versus they relied on someone to call a state of emergency on Saturday. Fuck, we told them a year ago these people were doing that shit. Okay. And we're waking up to the fact that they've been doing it since birth. I have waterfalls of energy coming back to me, with more people still trying to attach, and I'm sensitive enough to know and mirror it with the moment with divination, and they're right on point. So if they're right about all of that, then they're right about all of it. Cool, got your nose. Leave that shit in the past. Let them get their mirror karma while we'll focus on our divine protection, calling in our angels, working on our spiritual gifts that they want so bad but don't want to do the work for, want to harvest energy off of us since we were children, and then, oh, we didn't do that. Okay, great. You didn't get that karma either. That karma, we don't believe in any of that. But look what's happening to us. Fucking, we don't believe in any of that. Fuck you talking about? Is it in the cards? Yes. Okay, well now, cool. We can believe in that since it's in the cards. It's in the cards. And energy never lies. God got us all that is. Angels, archangels, ascended masters, divine white light. That should be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time for myself as well as I do readings for. Namaste. That's what it is. I mean, you're talking about them doing everything possible taboo, from tapping into our Akashic records to harvesting energy off of us, and then trying to do everything they could to keep us from waking up. They never thought that we would wake up. Okay, great. Well, I never thought they would be getting the wrath of God this bad. Simple enough. 46 years worth. That's what it is. It works for them. It works for me. If it works for them, it works for me. Simple enough. Other than that, thank you, Spirit. We're going to continue on our protected, destined path, and I got your nose. Simple enough. You're not on your destiny, got no nose. No nose. I don't know what my destiny is. Ain't got no nose either. Simple enough. Simple enough. Simple enough. Thank you, Spirit. You got to talk. I mean, you're talking about these people that have summoned these entities that's forbidden shit. That's what it is. And they can't say that shit doesn't exist when there's books about it. Did you read the book? No. Then how can you say it doesn't exist? If they wrote a book about it, and there's documentation, and they're trying to cover it up. They don't want you to know this, so there must be some truth and validity to it. They don't want you to know. What is it that they don't want you to know? That's the question. Thank you, Spirit. And why would they not want you to know? Because the shit's forbidden and people aren't supposed to know these things? Okay, we can go with that. But yet they hold that knowledge and abuse it, and it's going back on them now, and they want someone to blame. Okay, so it is. They have all they need in the mirror. In the mirror. Thank you, Spirit. They have all they need in a nor'easter causing a state of emergency in New Jersey and New York when a reader just called out that God won't be toyed with. God's word stands. God brings the storms. That's what it is. And I mean, when she's saying all of that, she didn't know anything about the state of emergency. She's just reading the energy. The shit came out in the cards. It didn't come out in the state of emergency that was Saturday. It came out in the cards right before my eyes. So I'm just kind of sitting back. Okay, cool. So, hey, you're doing that right before my eyes. Hey, you're doing that right before my eyes. You can't do that. Here I come. Oh, you need me? Oh, okay. Well, I'll quit doing what I'm not supposed to and come over to the table. I'm going to get her nose. Watch. Hey, what are you looking at? Oh, got your nose. I got her nose. I did. Simple enough. You got that animal connection energy. Okay, cool. What is INFJ animal communication? So that's the thing. All of these energies that these readers, thank you, Spirit, are able to call out with the symbolism and the energy. It has a label. It has a label. It has something that it's called. Simple enough. So, and there's your devil energy with their millionaire's mirror. Have we found that Capricorn that has the magic backfiring, causing a revolution on reality with their millionaire's mirror? Did we ever find out who that cult is? Simple enough. Simple enough. Look at it. It is a Capricorn that's looking for every way to cover up what they did over greed and money with magic backfiring, right? Isn't that what you ladies said? You'll have to go talk to those people. You'll have to go talk to those people. Go get in their millionaire mirror and ask them how they're going to pay for that magic backfire. Simple enough. Thank you, Spirit. And you got to think, the reader that called out the state of emergency in New Jersey and New York was the same way that called out the notification that just swooped right in. Still harvesting energy off of the star seeds because they're jealous. They're jealous that earth signs aren't star signs. Simple enough. Left brain, right brain, subconscious mind. Sweet. And I do believe that is the energy that you ladies have talked about. They keep telling to stop and they just won't. Because they're blessing blockers. They have a millionaire mirror, which is greed of destiny swapping and causing everyone karma for all those coaches, all those teachers, all those gurus. Simple enough. Because that's all right, Di. It's because that's what you girls are talking about, right? And they're doing everything to keep that inevitable tower from happening while we're sitting here divinely protected and they've lost theirs because they're doing magic without spiritual protection. Isn't that what you ladies were saying? That's what it is. So where is their spiritual protection in their millionaire's mirror? Has anyone asked them that? Since I mean, the readers have already said that they've lost their spiritual protection and they're doing everything they can to avoid that inevitable tower moment. And I've got the nose. Simple enough. Simple enough. So, that's my thing is, how are these millionaire mirrors going to handle the new digital financial system that they're currently rolling out right now? Are they prepared for that? Since, they're manifesting money out of thin air, have they prepared for that new digital financial system? That's a simple Google search. how the new digital financial system will affect the global liquidity pool. They know all about that, right? They've got that information in their millionaire's mirror, or are they still worried about the intrinsic value of money that has no value? Simple enough. Simple enough. So cards in the upright? No. We'll flip that around. What is the focus on this situation? Ooh, look at that. Look at the left hand trying to treat the right hand. Imagine that. The right hand has all it needs. The left hand has all it needs. However, what is the situation? That would be a stalemate. That would be a stalemate unless the right hand reaches out and takes a treat from the left hand, or the right hand of the left hand reaches out and takes a treat from the right hand. Simple enough. So you have someone on the left hand path and you have someone on the right hand path. You have someone of the light and you have someone who has no light. Simple enough. Simple enough. So that'd basically be a stalemate. Simple enough. What are the intentions on this situation? Ooh, look at that. The 3 of scoops in the upside down position. Simple enough. I hear they're trying to do everything they can to harvest energy off of Pisces, trying to steal their treats. Is that what it is? And now looking for every way to make it up to Pisces. Is that true? Is that true? Cool. Go clean up New Jersey and New York. That'll make it up to Pisces. So it is, and it'll show how absolutely excellent that reader's ability were. Hell yeah, she predicted it before it happened. Simple enough. Ace of Spokes. Karma. That's what it is. It's mirrored karma, and there's nothing we can do about that. You have to leave it in the past. You have to leave those energies in the past. That's what it is. They're looking for every way they can to get back into our divine protection, because we had to ask for divine intervention because of these people. Simple enough. Simple enough. Doesn't bother us at all. Look at that. 4 scoops. Divine protection. 4 represents protection. With the sun overseeing it. Imagine that. Imagine that. So you get the little nautical wheel in the back with the sun over top of it. So it is steering the ship. Steering you got to think. If they're trying to cover something up, that means they're in a cover-up situation. If they're trying to do everything to silence us talking about a conspiracy, we obviously didn't know how it began. We don't know how it ends, so it's all in theory. But we're going to leave them in their conspiracy energy and continue on into the light. What are we looking at to explore? Yeah, the zombie apocalypse. This is my zombie apocalypse card. Simple enough. Didn't she have the initial V in that New York situation? So you've got voodoo backfiring on New York. Isn't that what she said? So someone went and purchased a voodoo doll out of the New York area. It would be very, very significant. They were still trying to attach seeds to a Pleiadian Master's Diamond Light Merkaba. That's what she said last night. And then I get a state of emergency in New Jersey and New York. They just notified me today. So whether or not that's AI play, is there a state of emergency going on in New Jersey and New York right now? Just what it is. Do we still have the initial V coming out of New York that can't put a shirt on when they're in a Zoom call with me? Simple enough. Simple enough. Thinking that, who knows what these people are thinking. I think we ought to check and see if they're in a state of emergency. It's just what it is. We've already had readers talking about God was chasing these karmics with storms. Okay, it's nice and sunny outside. The sun will come out tomorrow. That's what it is. And you got to keep in mind, these cycles are just starting. They're just starting. The Earth Angel just completed the try to sacrifice the Earth Angel cycle, and they failed. Okay, cool. So as we complete that cycle and shut the door on it, now that's the mirror that they're in, that sacrifice the Earth Angel mirror. That's what is reflecting back on them while we're on the Dharma path. Continuing forward. That's what it is. You have to leave the karmics in their karmic situation. And you don't know you're in the tower moment in New York until a plane hits it. Ah! We had to go to the World Trade Center today because money was so important. When my favorites, there is so much information about 9/11 that we got tired of listening to all the shit that came out about that. But there's one story that, and I have a difficult time finding it anymore. It got lost in the fucking overwhelming, BS that swamped all of it. There were like 250. That was the number, somewhere around in there. 250 people that didn't make it to work that day. The people that made it to work that day didn't make it home. But there were like 250 people that lived to tell the stories of how they didn't make it to work that day due to divine intervention, their guardian angels, whatever. My favorite, kid shit his pants on the way to school. Can you imagine the ride in that car? You're in the 6th grade. How can can you imagine this? Can you imagine the argument that family was having on the way to school? You know what? We got to turn around. I just shit my pants. You did what? You're in the 6th grade. How did you shit? Can you just imagine? Fucking going home, getting the kid cleaned up, wipe your, get your clothes back on. We got to get you to high school. Come on, we got to get the high school kid to school with shitty pants. Now that you're all cleaned up, big boy, let's get you to school. And then they can't get to work at all. Man, I'm so glad you shit your pants today. Think about that. And made it on the list. And there were several. Well, what's his name? Papadopoulos. Since we were talking about you liked the best news you've heard all day. Who is that reporter in New York that's in that building? So it is Stephen Papadopoulos, whatever. I don't watch the news, but he's got that. We all know that name, but we just can't say it. We all know his name, but none of us pronounce that. We've heard it over and over and over again. I call him Papadopoulos from Webster. Anyway, yeah, that was one of the things. He had never missed one day of work. He was always there to do the news. He was a news anchor. He was always there to give you the news, except that day. And all of them were weird, right place, wrong time, right place situations. All of them, all 250 of them, intervened, divine intervention, every one of them. Every one of them was something that would. This was astronomically impossible to happen, but thank God it did. 250 of them stories. 3 of the skill win. That's what we're seeing playing out right now due to destiny swapping. What's the difference? We're going to continue going to work because we've been delayed. We've been delayed on our divine path. We've let go, give it to God. God is now lining out sign synchronicity, guiding us through it due to fuckery since birth for some of us. I would have to agree with that. Right? Anyone that knows me has known weird shit has been going on my entire life. Great. Now it has stopped and weird shit's going on in theirs. Tells me all I need to know about a huge backfire. 3 of scoops in the upside down position. When upside down, the 3 of scoops suggests you may prefer to be a crew of 1. It's perfectly fine to want to work individually. Just keep in mind that you may need assistance at some point. Got your nose. Simple enough. It's going to be very, very hard for you to continue on your destined path, solo and or otherwise, if you have no nose, due to sacrifice of an Earth Angel conspiracy. Even the best captains need a first mate, and even if you can go it alone, just know you don't have to. And yes, that would be the thing, Starseeds. Going on the Starseed track or divine path boldly where no Earth Angel has gone before. That I will be your host, Captain Kirk. to these other people in chaos and calamity. I'm Tyler Durden. Let them figure out their own problem. We will be mirroring that back to them. The sun can live in their head rent free as they get out of their karmic cycle. Simple enough. Simple enough. However, no, shout out to the reader that was, okay, so they've been harvesting energy off of Pleiadian Masters Light Merkaba. Okay, great. So I've activated that. Working on it. I practice with it every day. Okay. So she was able to pick that energy up. Wonderful. Wonderful. New York and New Jersey. New York and New Jersey were significant with the initial V. Okay, cool. I just got a notification from that guy. Still, who knows what they're doing? You'd have to go listen to that reader. She knows more than I do. I wouldn't talk to the fucker. He couldn't put a shirt on to have a Zoom call with me. So, but we know that's New York. That's that initial. And that would be, they're trying to attach chords in groups. There's weird shit going on in New York, and now they're in a nor'easter state of emergency. Imagine that. Did you get your popcorn, Starseed? You enjoying it so far? It's just what it is. It gets even better. I can't make this shit up if I tried. You can't have a reader last night talking about them harvesting energy off of a Pleiadian Masters Diamond White Light Merkaba that we've done the work to activate and work with. Fueling it, spinning it. You see me spin it every time I come here to do. They're harvesting the light. Okay, great. I can agree with the reader on that. And now, because of another voodoo backfire, because every time they attack the Earth Angel, a natural disaster happens. That's what she said. She said every time they attack that Earth Angel, God is chasing their karmic asses with storms. Okay, great. And now a nor'easter. Is that true? Is there really a nor'easter state of emergency in New Jersey and New York right now? Because the reader was talking about it last night and it just popped up. But when it just pops up on my feed, but yet it was called out on a Saturday. She did just say it last night, but it came out in her cards. She doesn't like stare contests. She doesn't like stare. Get her nose. Let's get her nose. Ready? Are you ready? Come on. You can do it. You got to get up in the camera so I can get you. I can't get her nose if she doesn't get in the camera. Oh, got your nose. We got her nose. And we're going to put that in our pocket. So now you guys don't have to feel bad. All your noses are in my pocket with daisies. You've got your nose right next to pushing up daisies. Look at that. Moving forward, the Ace of Spokes. I think I saw something earlier about it was going to be a very painful bed for these karmics to lie in, and they're bothered because the Earth Angel's not, because we're not bothered about what they did. No, we're not. Why would what they did but be bothering us? Did they do something to us that we should be bothered about? Or is it going back on? So what they tried to do to us is going back on them, and that's supposed to bother us? Is that what you're saying? Is that what it is? So they're wanting Pisces to crash out. They're wanting Pisces to pass away for their sins. Correct? Is that what? Or do I have to nail my own arms? Is that what they want? Have I done enough work for these people? Is that what it is? Is that what they're asking? I couldn't just do enough work to activate my crown. Now I have to nail myself up on the cross for these people. Do the rednecks have their bullwhips out? Are they ready? Are they ready? Here, let me turn around. Come on, rednecks. Swing that shit like you got a pair. Or go clean the fuck up in New Jersey and New York. I'm more concerned with the amazing reader's abilities who called that shit out last night before either AI tried to fool me. It depends. Is there I just read it to you. So is that fake news? Or is there really a state of emergency in New Jersey and New York? Because whatever that came out today, whatever popped up in my feed today, reader told me about that last night. Ace of Spokes in the upright position. It's more than just a set of wheels. This ace symbolizes a new cycle. Whether it's the freedom found hitting the road in a burgundy BMW or riding your bike to Forest Hills Park, you are finding yourself elated for the journey. This card appears when you have met someone just as significant and intoxicating, and even though you logically know it might not work out, your heart is open to the experience. Enjoy it. Yeah, and that's what it is. I mean, you will have to go the rest of your experience, no matter what else is going on in the world, no matter how good things are, no matter how bad things are. You will have to go the rest of your natural days knowing that Pisces got your nose. And it's right next to pushing up Daisy's. Now, pushing up Daisy's nose and all of your noses are side by side, as intoxicating as that may sound, as intoxicating and significant. Because remember, someone just as significant and intoxicating, because I kind of reached out and got your nose. That's what it is. In an intoxicating fashion, I did. I took your nose. And, we want to make sure that it might not work out. Your destiny, it may not work out. With all these evil destiny swappers out there, all these people trying to do everything they can to pull you off your destiny. And some of you may not even want to. So, I just don't think I'm going to do my destiny this incarnation. I don't even believe in reincarnation, and you won't know until you get to your life review, which is generally found in a QHHT session. So, simple enough. And, that's the thing, is the higher self that we connect you to in a QHHT session is the same higher self that these tarot readers are connecting to, that let you know about New Jersey and freaking New York being of significance in any way, shape, or form with the V. As we get to that, that'll be the next card. See that V? Because she said the initial V was very important in New York. And then, I get a notification from someone with the last name, first initial V, that's wanting to destiny, and they come and they harvest off the channel. That's your stalking energy. They siphon energy, and whatever these girls are talking about. Whatever. I'm just letting you know the signs, the synchronicities, and the omens. It's up to you to find out. Oh, wait a minute. Back to our zombie apocalypse card. You got your popcorn, Pisces? Got your popcorn? Come on, starseeds. Gotta get your popcorn. The zombie apocalypse card, as in I called it engine. There goes the growl. There goes the growl from the universe. Revving engine generally means good idea, coming full speed ahead. Now, if I were to flip this card over, basically what you would see is a workhorse with a baseball bat, an axe, an AK, shotgun, things of that nature. Simple enough. Now, in the upside down position, when upside down, this card finds you exhausted from fighting. Your communication skills have been pushed to their limits, and still there doesn't seem to be an end in sight. At this point, you should do whatever is necessary to encourage resolution, lead by example, initiate compromise, and help the dust settle. So when upside down, this card finds you exhausted from fighting. Has there been some fighting? People are out there fighting. Are they exhausted from it? Are they exhausted from the fighting? Interesting. Are they fighting a state of emergency in New Jersey and New York? Simple enough. I know these readers are tired of fighting off that negative energy that keeps coming in. Maybe they'll learn one day. Who knows? Now, your communication skills have been pushed to their limits, and still there doesn't seem to be an end in sight. So if there's not an end in sight, got your nose. That's what it is. We're going to go ahead and take your nose, put it in our pocket, go ahead and lock that in. You will never be able to go another moment without knowing that Pisces has your nose. Because people like to pick on Pisces, and now Pisces has their nose, and that's fine. And I know they want to steal Pisces' spiritual gifts and their energy. They want to siphon Pisces' energy. However, not a moment will go through the rest of their experience without them knowing. Even if they get in a millionaire mirror, they won't see a nose. They will know that Pisces has their nose because Pisces was just better All Pisces. Pisces spiritual gifts were better. Pisces light was brighter. It's just what it is. Pisces had a destiny. They were on their destiny. And people don't want to swap destinies with you unless they don't have one. You have to have a destiny for them to swap. So keep that in mind. When you get on your destined path and you get your nose back, there'll be those destiny swappers, those blessing blockers, those manifestation blockers. There'll be all of those. But when you've dealt with that for an extended period of time, pretty soon it just boils down to got your nose. That way, when they get in their millionaire mirror, they'll know they have no nose. Pisces has their nose. Once again, Pisces got their nose. Simple enough. Their greed, they can't buy their nose back. I mean, you can't buy your nose back. You have to have your own destiny. You can't be on someone else's. You can't be sucking off of the Earth Angel conspiracy energy. Because isn't that the energy that's in the cards? People thought they were going to get a huge payout over the sacrifice of an Earth Angel when they can't even get their nose back. They can't even get their nose back from Pisces because Pisces knows. Simple as that's Pisces nose. Pisces nose. Yeah, it was your nose until Pisces took it. Now it's Pisces nose. Now that everyone knows that Pisces knows, it's simple enough. Simple enough. Shouldn't be any problems with communication. And it's what it is. We can encourage resolution. How are they going to get their nose back? And you would have to ask them, how are you going to get your nose back from Pisces? Because I mean, you look in that millionaire mirror and there's no nose. You can't. This isn't plastic surgery. This is Pisces got your nose. This is Pisces got your nose. And we want to lead by example. That's what it is. So, I'm setting the example of I've got their nose. And now that I've got their nose and Pisces knows, we're setting the example. We're leading by the example. Now, to initiate compromise, well, it's Pisces got your nose. They tried to destiny swap and Pisces got their nose. It's just what it is. And I mean, if they're trying to sacrifice an Earth Angel and they want the Earth Angel to crash out playing the victim, which is what the narcissists do, so we're just going to scoot over to the side. Yeah, and I mean, when you get important tax info notifications that pop in right there, aren't they having a huge global financial conspiracy situation going on right now? That's what it is. I can remember watching one of the officers that's here on YouTube. He dressed up Gary Gensler, the chief financial officer for the Securities Exchange Commission. He dressed him up like a clown, like an absolute clown, because he was fighting this new digital financial system tooth and nail because he'd been out to Epstein Island. He's probably in the files, probably hiding the files. Simple enough. So yeah, all those guys, we've got their nose. That's what it is. I mean, I'm sure there's lead by example, initiate compromise. Cool, I've got your nose. And at any point, anyone has a problem with that? Okay, cool. What does Pisces knows? Your nose. Pisces has your nose. Simple enough. And we have to help the dust settle. So I guess why the dust is settling at a state of emergency in New York and New Jersey due to the beautiful readers. And if you guys want to hear that reading, it's what it is. Now, if you're wanting to hear the reading, I can share the reading with you. And I already did. I put a post on my Facebook of Pleiadian starseed. So, if you know, you know. If you knows, you knows. If you knows, you knows. It was that reader. And, I did post that shit on my Facebook last night. You can look at the timestamp. Nifty. So I guess while we will be helping the dust settle in New Jersey and New York, if that state of emergency shit's even real, so we can't trust those people anymore. They tell you anything on the news, north, east, west, and south, fictitious bullshit. Simple enough. That's why they want to cloud your intuition, but we know. We have a nose. So we have a nose. And Pisces got your nose. Simple enough. While they're trying to figure out how to make things up to the Earth Angel, they need to remember Earth Angel got their nose. Simple enough. And flew off. We flew off with their nose. Simple enough. They will have to go the rest of their natural. Chicago said these people were having a trouble breathing. Well, they said, when the temperance angel calls judgment on their energy, the very air you breathe will work against you. And now we got their nose. Simple enough. Yeah, are they mouth breathers? Do they not breathe through their nose? Are these millionaire mouth breathers? Simple enough. Simple enough. Y'all have a beautiful day. That's what it is. And while they're trying to figure out every way they can tempt an Earth Angel out of a conspiracy to unalive, unearth angel situation. So we're just going to take their nose and go this way, leave them in that conspiracy, leave them in that energy. It's just what it's. I think it's the best thing to do. It's what it is. So while they're trying to figure out how to get their nose back, since Pisces has their nose. Simple enough. And it did. It said let the dust settle. So let's go check it out. Let's go see if New Jersey and New York are currently under a state of emergency. And I guess that's the dust will let settle. We'll let that. So while they're trying to figure out how to redeem their nose out of Pisces' pocket, right next to pushing up Daisy, their nose is right next to pushing up Daisy's. That way she doesn't feel left out either. She doesn't feel left out either. Anyway, y'all have a beautiful day. Namaste.